That sun's right in my fucking spot. Man, I don't know. This shit is something else. Like, you just literally have to put yourself into the fire. That's all I gotta tell you. That's all I have to tell myself is the more uncomfortable something is perceived, or the more that you don't want to do something, that is a very strong indicator that you need to do it. And the more judgment, the more fear, the more hesitation that surrounds doing a particular thing is everything you need to know that your compass is going towards something that you need to be doing. The very second I had this thought of maybe I should make a YouTube video, I instantly didn't want to do it. I instantly just said no. Why would I turn the camera on? It's like, it's so easy to just not make a YouTube video that by just judging by this message I'm trying to give to you, I knew that I had to do it. I knew within myself that this is what we need to be doing as human beings. And I think just our society and this generation and culture is just so conditioned to always opt for the easy way out. And the easy way out is just choosing comfort. We are so used to choosing comfortability over uncomfortability, you know? And it's kind of crazy because, you'd like to think that you're safe in your comfort zone, that everything you'll ever need is there in your comfort zone. And it's like, why would I need to leave it? Why would I need to challenge myself? But the thing you need to have as like a long-term vision down the road is like when you just stay there for too long, you stay in the comfort zone. Let's say you get complacent, you stop chasing your goals because they got too scary for you to go after, or you didn't believe in yourself, so you just stopped. You got into a habit of always seeking comfort instead of, seeking growth. What would that look like in 10 to 20 years? What kind of person would you become, you know? Who are you going to be down the road if you continue doing what you're doing now? Is what you're doing right now in this moment conducive to you living an abundant life full of growth and success and the right mentality that you want to have? What thoughts are you planting in the seeds of your own garden of your mind? So, the more I look at this within myself, the more I start to see all these little patterns and habits that are always eating away at my ability to of willpower to conquer the little things in my life that make it difficult for me to want to execute these things like that are uncomfortable. And the crazy thing is like if I went ahead and did each and every one of these things, all of a sudden I'm in momentum. If you're not doing anything all day long for days at a time, now you're in a momentum of comfort. You're in a momentum of being lazy and in a haze and in a daze, and your mind is not as sharp as it could be. You're lazy in your thinking, you're lazy in your doing. And let's say you have a job, you just report to your job, you just clock in, clock out, you didn't really have to think all day, as opposed to if you had your own business. That takes a lot more proactivity, that takes a lot more um, just being a go-getter and knowing what it is you need to be doing and being on point, being on schedule, being just reliable, because everything is on your shoulders. You have no time to space out and just let the day fly by and just check out up here, right? And it's a lot more uncomfortable to have your own business, obviously, because you have to attend to the whole thing. You cannot for a second just clock in and clock out and be brain dead the whole workday. You've got to be there. You've got to be sharp. You've got to know what it is that you're going for. You've got to know what it is that you want. You got to have purpose. You got to have some drive. You got to have focus. And a regular 9 to 5 really requires none of that. You just go in, let's say you've been doing the job for years, you know it so well. By the time you know it, the day's over, you're leaving, and that's it. You get to go home, you get to watch TV, go on your phone, go do mindless more activities. So it's like, this is the thing that's starting to scare me, is I'm noticing this pattern of not just myself, but a lot of people are just acting out mindlessly their lives. So it's like, I think that's why people, the saying life is too short is you never really lived. You never really actually looked around at what's around you. You never really talked to people. You never really engaged with life or contended with life. You simply opted for distraction. You opted for comfort instead of growth, instead of being uncomfortable for a few moments for that inevitable leveling up and growth and momentum of positive upwardness. You don't want to go down because it's so easy to go down when everyone else around you is going down. You have to focus and stay in your own lane for a while. Keep working on yourself, keep grinding, stay focused on your own disciplines, on your own purpose. Don't get skewed by what everyone else is doing, because oftentimes they don't even know what they're doing. So you've got to be the master and the captain of your own ship. And man, like, get on that shit. Like, make it happen, because no one is going to do that shit for you, man. Like, it's crazy. And as much as you don't want to go do the thing that is making you scared or uncomfortable, that's exactly what we all need to be doing. Because it's funny, you think life is just all about the good times and being comfortable and creating pleasure for yourself, which is true. You as a human being, we all want that, and that's totally normal. That's fine. But the problem is this culture, we're so entrenched in it. From the second we wake up, we get a hit of dopamine from our phones, and then we go to jobs we don't like, and then we go home and we just mindlessly watch TV, or we watch movies or Netflix, or it's just a perpetual loop of not being in the moment, not choosing the hard path, always choosing the easy way out of things and making a habit of that. And the type of man or woman that you're slowly becoming over time by not grinding, by not choosing work, by not choosing what you deep down know is good for you. So that's the whole purpose of this video. That's the whole reasoning why I'm like, you know what, Alec, Nature Boy 3000, you got to turn on that video. You've got to start filming, because think about it. Let's say I'm not the best public speaker. I still get scared. I'm still an anxious person. The second I commit to doing this, let's say for 3 years, right? I made a video every day. If Do you think for a second that I would not have leveled up my speaking ability 10, 20 times fold compared to today? So that's my whole reasoning behind this, is like, your charisma would improve if you made videos every day. Your ability to speak under pressure in front of a camera around other people who are judging you would improve. Your ability to not give a fuck what people are thinking about you would improve. These are all skills that are very important, and we need to practice and work on, because if we don't, what the hell else is there? Why are we doing what we're doing day to day? So, the long story short, make the use of your time, do what's uncomfortable, right? Take the cold shower, do your homework, clean your room, go get that oil change on your car, go, like, everything you're putting off, right? It doesn't matter, as long as there's hesitation around it, as long as you don't want to do it, as long as you've got to fight that voice in your head. There's growth there, and where there's growth, there's much power to be absorbed and contained. And you keep growing, you keep leveling up. That's what I'm going to be doing. I just felt like I really had to create, I really had to get this out there, and the rest is history. All right. Nature's underground. Peace out.